Hey everyone, week 3 has arrived and this is going to be the first week since starting the training plan. I'm going to be doing like a normal week of training. Last week was like the week where the weather was really hot and it was rubbish over the weekend. This week's looking like a bit of up and down, but today is just a 4-mile run, normally classed as a recovery run. However, because I didn't run over the weekend at my best friend's wedding, I'm just running because my legs feel good. They're going a bit faster. Because of that, my heart rate is a bit higher. But it's a lovely morning, so I'm just taking advantage of it because it might rain some of this week. But yeah, not far from home now. So just, I can hear a car going by me. Tuesday morning, up at Wimbledon Lake, decided that I didn't want to go to Caldecott again because I've been there a few times recently, and I'm having a bit of a boo-boo this morning. Today's session is 7 times kilometre reps at half marathon pace. Now, if I was dictating my marathon pace, it'd be 6:50s. James has told me 6:30s. Not happening. That's like 6:30. That's like 10k pace for me right now. So I turned up at Wimbledon Lake for clients this morning, feeling quite tired, and I saw a group. Thought it was the club run, so I thought I'll just they go and do like an hour, 75 minutes sometimes. So I was like, I'll go out with them. That can replace my Thursday run, and I'll do my intervals on Thursday. Get to the group, and it's an interval session. The group lead was like, we're doing a light one, so you can come with us if you want, Katie. And I just thought, no, I don't want a light session today. I'm either going to have to do my run or do the intervals, because they can't half-arse intervals. Just done my warm-up. Okay, got my music on. Just realised I've got the wrong trainers on. I've got my gym trainers on. In all that kerfuffle, I didn't change over into my running trainers. So let's hope this goes okay. I did it. Oh, terrible angle. Just sat on a bench. 7 kilometre reps done. They were okay. They weren't anywhere near the 6:30 pace that James had set, but some of them were like between, a few were at 6:40, I think one was at 6:35, I think that was my 4th one, but reps 6 and 7 were just at like 6:50 pace or something, because it's so windy. Literally was running into headwind, and I, on like rep 6 I tried to turn round to get out the wind, and then it wasn't going anywhere. But I'm really glad that I persevered today and pushed through that, because that was tough this morning, like before I started. Maybe it is excuses, but I'm glad that I've done it and I gave it my full effort. So just a cool down, back to the car, and a tick box to the plan. Yes! Let's do a bit of a midweek update. Wednesday, I decided not to run. On my plan, it was going to be sort of just like an easy recovery run, and I had early morning clients, and then I had my core classes in the afternoon. I had some work to do at home on my laptop in the daytime, so I just decided I was going to go for a run, and then it just got later in the day and I just opted for a nap instead, if I'm being honest, before I taught my classes. And I felt so much better. Like, I don't ever take naps during the day, but I just felt like I needed it yesterday. I think the weekend and the wedding still was like, the tiredness is still settling in. So Wednesday was no run. However, I did do a gym session in the morning, so I didn't, like, it was a good day. So I did some leg workout in the morning, and I also taught core classes. And according to I tend to record it on my Garmin, and it says that each week I tend to burn, based on my heart rate, 400 to 500 calories for like an hour and 45 minutes of teaching. So it's not bad, not a bad workout. So today, Thursday, I went out for an early morning run. I just went on my own, just went to like look at a new area, discover a new area, just over 5 miles. My heart rate was quite high, however, it was quite undulating. And then this afternoon, I'm going out with a client for another run. Today is also an exciting day, as today I get to select my options for the New York Marathon, and whether I want to take a poncho or a bag, and where I get my transport from. So I'm going to get the ferry from the bottom of Manhattan, just because it's closest to where we're staying. And loads of people, I don't know if this is wrong or not, loads of people have told me to get the poncho, but I am going to opt for the bag. One, because James did so beforehand, and I'm just so used to turning up to a race with a bag at every event, and I just think that if I just turned up with a poncho and nothing else, I feel like I'd be a bit lost. More so as well because we have to travel a bit of the way to get to the race. After the race, I'm not going to have any stuff, and I can't ask James to carry a whole bag worth of stuff around New York whilst he's trying to support me. So wrong or right, I'm not sure what decision it is, but I'm going to go for the bag. Also, on Sunday, we are going to do a half marathon in Wimbledon Common to be precise. Bit of a last minute decision, however, the last 2 long runs have not gone to plan. So I did a bit of research and saw where we could go and do a long run, and there's one in Wimbledon. Thought it was a bit far just to go and do 13 miles. However, also it's the Ride 100 cycle, and our friend Naomi's doing it. So we thought, how amazing. So me, Sammy and Anna are all going down on on Sunday to do the race. We're going to have a picnic, have a lunch, and then we're going to watch Naomi. So just means that I can get hopefully a decent run in, but also whilst going to support Naomi. James is at work, so I was only going to be sat at home all day, so why not? So yep, now is the time that I can make my New York selections.
When you're out there, if you get to the end of the red way, you need to get back onto the canal. So go over the bridge onto the canal, and then on the way back, the canal is on your right hand side all the way. If you've got the canal on your left, you're lost, okay? There are mile markers out there. Don't blame us if they're not quite in the right place. We couldn't find enough trees. And also there are signs and marshals out there, so to support you on the way as well. When you finished the race, which is going to actually finish down the bottom there in the park near the Barge, so when you finish the race you need to collect a token as you cross the finish.
Oh yeah, look, see, that's where we must come out. My gosh, this is just the warm-up.
Come on, back on the ground, step back into your high plank and step it out on the left side. Big step with that left leg, and let's rotate once again to your next side.
So here we have registration. For a minute, big warm-up going on. Start and finish line.
Okay, perfect. Last one.
Lovely downhill section, just coming up to mile 6.
Snacks and those t-shirts at the end.
I recognise Lily. Yes, I met you once, right? I have met you.
Lots of snacks and those t-shirts at the end. Well done,
Week 3 of marathon training completed. Yes. So just a recap of the week. Monday was I wouldn't say it was just a run. There's no other way of labeling it. I just went out for a 4-mile run. Tuesday was the interval sessions of kilometre reps, 7 of them. I did a warm up and a cool down either side. That's really important when you do intervals, just to make sure that you do a bit of warm up in terms of like easy jogging. I then do things like high knees, heel flicks and a couple of strides. So just some like 10 seconds of short bursts of just accelerations. And then the session went quite well. It was windy on Tuesday and my mindset wasn't really with it because I was just tired. But it, you know, whenever I start intervals, I'm always beforehand, I'm like dreading them, and then I do them and I'm like, ah, I've done it. And actually I'm not that bad. Wednesday was an impromptu rest day. I was just really tired. So I decided to take it off. I had been at the gym this morning. I had been to the gym that morning. Thursday was an easy run in the morning. I went out and did my own run, and then I went out for a run with a client in the afternoon. I had Friday as rest, and then Saturday was Beat the Barge, our club event. It's a 5-mile run, and it was really, really good. I did have the intention of going out and like trying to get first lady position. However, there are a few other ladies at our club that are quite fast, and you don't know until you turn up who's going to be there. So I just basically just went out fast and just tried to hold on. It is along the canal path because you are trying to beat the barge back to the finish, and I find that on like gravel pathways it really zaps the energy from your legs, and it's just really hard to get an efficient stride and push off of the floor properly. But I averaged at 6:47 pace, which is great, although it is my target sort of half marathon pace, which I want to be doing in like 10 weeks time, so I need to try and find a few more miles on top of that in a couple of months. But really pleased. I got a lovely paperweight. Let me see if I can find it. Got a lovely paperweight, and we got a sports massage with Rudy, who I go and see anyway. So yeah, this is it. Beat the Barge, first female. So that was great. And then Wimbledon Common Half Marathon on Sunday. So we did that because I wanted to get the half marathon distance in, and also we could go and support the Ride 100 cyclists, which was brilliant. And went to go and see a client and friend, Naomi, and her other half, Paul. But Wimbledon, just a bit of a rundown. We wanted to do 13 miles, so obviously I could get the distance. We did a 1.5 mile warm up, so it was 14. Just over 14.5 miles for the day, which was great for a long run. But things about the course, it's in Wimbledon Common, which is a lovely area. It's a 2-lap course. The first 1.5 miles is like uphill, and it is like, it's killer uphill. There's one hill in particular, which is just really tough. Then it goes flat for a little bit, and then it comes down the other side. Now, again, this was like through trails and woodland paths, and on a normal day, I would really enjoy that, but my legs were just absolutely ruined from Beat the Barge. So just a quick note to people, if you're expecting to do a fast park run on a Saturday, or you've got some interval training on a Saturday, don't go and expect your long run to be pretty. I could also then tell by the end of the run that the hills were taking it out of my legs, and I've just not done the long distance recently, and I could definitely feel the endurance was lacking in my legs. But I didn't try and push it too hard on Sunday. It was just about trying to keep a steady pace. And I averaged at 8:15s, which is a lot, well, I wouldn't say a lot quicker, but it's quicker than what I would do a long run on Sundays anyway. So at the moment, I'm sort of averaging like 8:30s, 8:40s for a long run. So overall, a very good week of training. I think I totaled about 39.4. That's quite precise, but I remember looking at it, 39.4 miles for the week, and I'm really pleased with how it all went. So, you know, highlights are achieving First Lady and Beat the Barge, and also the longer distance on the Sunday. Low point, I'd probably say like the tiredness and the fatigue that I'm feeling at the minute, and this has been a recurring theme. So I'm going to look into this a bit further and see if like it's anything to do with lack of vitamins or anything like that. So maybe I'm going to explore that a bit further in week 4 and hopefully give you an update on how I'm feeling. But week 3 ticks, and a good mileage week. So thanks for watching. See you in week 4.